There are moments in time where I just look back on all of the experiences that I've had in my life so far, and it's always interesting to observe just how different I have become over the years, and the different versions of me that have been expressed on this planet over the years. From being a corporate executive to being an entrepreneur very focused on business and marketing and sales, to experiencing a spiritual awakening a decade ago in 2013, and sort of moving more and more into the awareness of who I truly am. I look back at about 6 or 8 years ago where I was on a different YouTube channel that is still there, but I'm not there. And how different I was in my own self-expression back then. It's just, I feel so different than who I was back then. My entire energy is completely different. Part of me feels like this move that I made in 2021 from living in the suburbs to living more in the country, more in a more rural area. This atmosphere that I now live in is just engulfed in serenity and very quiet and very peaceful, and to some extent somewhat isolated, certainly more isolated than where I was living before. And I feel like I have moved into this space of just such abundance of serenity and joy and peace and stillness. And all of those things are not location dependent, although depending on who you are, you allow yourself to experience more of it when your location changes, because we can experience peace, stillness, serenity simply by being fully present, even if we are on a busy New York subway. But I appreciate where I am in my life experience now, because it's so conducive to what I truly desired, just a degree of isolation, peace, serenity, stillness, quiet, solitude. I feel like there is an abundance of all of that, and also abundance of other things in my life right now, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And being here in this experience sort of gave birth to this desire for supporting others in experiencing abundance in all areas of their lives as well. That is being expressed through me hosting free live events at the current time. I don't know if I'll have paid live events in future. I can only speak to what I'm currently experiencing, which never has any bearing really on who I will be in the future. But at the current time, I have this desire to give back from the abundance that I have been given, or that I have manifested. And so I'm continuing to host free live events. There's something shifting within me, however, regarding our live events, and I wanted to share that here. In the past, I have been very passionate about being a vessel through which messages and clarity and insights flow from our non-physical co-creators. And that desire is still within me, yet I'm becoming more and more aware that sometimes we can use channeling as a way to reach outside of ourselves for the answers that lie within. I see a world, a civilization, I see us evolving to the place where channeling isn't even necessary, because we have become so aware that that which is being channeled is that which we are. And while I remain completely open to conversations with Spirit during our live events, I'm becoming more and more passionate about creating a space for anyone experiencing contrast to pause and self-explore. And I'll say more about that in a minute. During our last live event, I read a quote that was given to me over a decade ago, I believe, and it's been posted on my monitor, my computer monitor, for that long. And I believe the quote came from Abraham Hicks, but I'm not certain, it's been so long. The quote says, "No one can deny you anything. Only you deny it through your own vibrational contradiction. You are the vibrational writers of the script of your life, and everyone else in the universe is playing the part that you have assigned to them." And that's a great place to explore deeply. And I feel very passionate about exploring that more deeply when anyone presents an experience of contrast. And by that I mean, rather than saying, what does Spirit say about that? Which Spirit may have some insights for sure, and some clarity to offer. Yet I feel like there is an opportunity there to explore within ourselves, where is the vibrational contradiction that may be contributing to what I'm experiencing. And that can come through just exploring some questions about what we are experiencing. And so my invitation to everyone who chooses to be a part of our free events in future is to leave the door open, if you will, to exploring where within the contrast might be some areas of vibrational contradiction that may not have been explored before, may not have been seen before. And my invitation is for everyone present, myself included, to just pause and create the space for seeing the vibrational contradiction for ourselves and becoming more expanded in our awareness of where that is, so that we see it much more readily and we don't have to wait for an event or a person outside ourselves to allow that clarity to arise. And so I also want to support others in expanding their own inner ability to see where the vibrational contradiction may exist, such that they don't have to wait for Allison to host an event, but you can readily see it and course correct. You can readily see it and laugh at how easy it is to become aware and to offer a different vibration such that the contrast dissipates. And even if the contrast does not dissipate, because sometimes contrast is there for a particular purpose in our life experience here. So even in times when it doesn't dissipate, it no longer causes mental and emotional misery, because we easily see the purpose within it. So I look forward to connecting with each of you as we continue to have our free live events. And for those of you who may not be on my email list, and by the way, my email list really, if you're on my email list, you know you don't hear from me very often. And right now, really, the only thing that I will send an email about is a new video that has been published on my YouTube channel, or a live event that's coming up, or some other form of inspirational insights that I feel inspired to share. But for those of you who may not be on my email list, you can always feel free to go to AllisonPhillips.tv/live, and you can always check there to see if there are any live events coming up. And at the current time, they're all free. They'll, more often than not, they will be on a Saturday evening or a Sunday evening, and the start time will more likely be somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can always go to AllisonPhillips.tv/live anytime before the weekend to see if there are any upcoming events. And I look forward to co-creating even more expansion and heightened awareness of who we truly are with everyone that chooses to be a part of our experiences. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.